Okay, here's a little DIY, do-it-yourself art video about using some old pictures. This is a really good idea if you want to get creative. And what Minnie's doing is she's taking an old picture. I'm going to turn it around there, other way. Alright, so we went and found this at a garage sale. We probably paid about $3 for it. And it's a beautiful mountain scenery. And what we're going to do, what are you doing exactly?
I am taking it away from the frame. And this, by the way, he didn't mention this little art project. It has to be a painting on canvas.
Oh, it's got to be a canvas painting, that's
yes. Right. Yes. So I'm taking, and they're stapled down generally to a wooden frame. And I'm just taking the staples out. Usually it has them on the edge and then the back edge just to keep it nice and neat.
Alright, so you're taking the picture off of the frame, and then we're going to throw the frame away, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright. Now what we got right here is we got some 3/16 plywood or possibly 1/8 inch. And what I did is I cut this out to fit on this old window right here. Now you can buy these old windows randomly. You can look on Craigslist, you can look at garage sales, and eventually you will find some old windows out of old houses that have been torn down. Now if you look at this window actually has the latch down here. So the way that it's sitting now is actually the way that it would have rolled and opened up in the window opening of the house. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this frame and we're going to turn it sideways just like that. And then what we will do is we'll go ahead and take the picture that Minnie is removing from the wooden frame, and we will mount it on this piece of 1/8 inch plywood. Very cheap, inexpensive. You can find this at Home Depot, Lowe's, or any other lumber yard. It's very cheap and inexpensive. We'll mount it on that, and then once we get done doing that, we'll go ahead and mount the picture on the back of this window frame. And then what will it appear to be is that you're looking out an old window at a beautiful scenery.
Just in case you don't have tools to cut wood with, you can use foam board. You know, it's like a poster board with a little foam on it. You can use that too. And if the piece isn't big enough, you can tape them together.
All right, now that we got our plywood in place, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our picture. And you can see that Minnie removed the picture off of the frame. And we're going to see if this will fit. And we probably will get lucky if Minnie can come over here. This looks like it's just the right size.
This doesn't generally happen.
This looks like this is actually perfect for this. Okay. This normally doesn't happen, but this picture actually fits this piece of board perfect. So what we're going to do now to mount the picture to the board is we're going to take this product right here. This is called Super 77 Multi-Purpose Adhesive 3M. And we'll go ahead and spray the surface of our board and the surface of the back of the picture. And what that'll do, that'll make it into contact cement. You have to spray both sides. You can't just spray one side because the picture will release itself from the wood. So you got to spray both surfaces vigorously, and then you let it dry for approximately 5 minutes, and then you come back and you stick it on there. So we're going to take our Super 77, and then we're just going to go ahead and spray it down just like you're watching me do here. And then we're going to go ahead and repeat our process and do the same thing on the back of the picture. Now once again, this is just an old painting that we found at a garage sale, $5 picture, and then we picked up the window. I would say that window probably cost $10. You can find them windows anywhere from basically free to up to $30, $40 a piece. So you really got to search for the old windows, but if you have some old windows at home, this is basically what you're going to do. We're going to let that dry for about 5 minutes, so when we come back, we're going to go ahead and mount the picture on the board, and then we're going to finish this project up. All right, now that our glue has dried, you can see it's not sticky to the touch, but I'm telling you, what we have done is created a contact cement surface by applying glue to both surfaces. Now, you want to be very careful on putting your picture on there because you want to make sure once you touch your surface, and I'm going to show you, there's no turning back. So it's very, why doesn't me and the body shop girl take the camera and put it on a tripod and then she can grab one end of that?
Well, I
Please.
thought that's what we were going to do, but you insisted that I hold the camera.
Well, now that I've changed my mind, you can put the camera up there and we can,
Exactly.
thanks. Here, you just grab that side. When doing a job like this, it's better to have a second set of hands. I'm going to line my corner up, if you can lift it up right there. Okay. And then if you can get yours down on there, right there. And then what we're going to do is we are just going to kind of lay it down and press it at the same time. There you go. And we kind of screwed up.
Pull it off.
Hang on. Go ahead and do that because the wood will cover the edges. And I'm going to show you what we're talking about. Okay. So, yeah, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So now that we got our board, all right, you can see that that is on there and glued just like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn this over. And then what I'll do then is find my spray adhesive. I lost it again. Can you help find it, please? We need our spray adhesive. This is actually the second time we lost it. Oh, it's back over there where it was hidden. Okay. Now what I'll do here, I'll take my spray adhesive and I'm going to go around the edge of this board. And I'm going to get both surfaces one more time. And then I'll wrap this around the edge. All right. That's looking good. What are you thinking, Manny?
Yeah, you're going to need to cut this little excess off here.
Okay. We probably ain't going to cut it. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we will take, there you go. Okay. Looking good. There you go. All right. So we have now glued our picture onto the board. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to grab our window. And before we go any further, I want everybody to take a good look at that glass. It's filthy dirty.
Well, there's one missing, too.
Well, that's
Are you
cool though
thinking
that
about
one's
that?
missing. It's okay if one's missing. But what we really need to do is
Are
we need
you
to,
not going to replace it?
no, we're going to leave it like it's busted. What we really need to do though is we need to clean the surface of this glass before we go any further, because the picture will be sitting here and we want that to be nice and crystal clear so we can see the picture. All right, what I'm doing here, I'm taking a razor blade scraper and this is the side that the picture is going to be mounted to. You're going to see it from the other side and I'm going to show you. But we want to make sure that this side of the window is really, really clean. And I'm not talking about removing all the paint because we want to leave that paint on there, the old paint. I'm just saying to clean the glass off so when we mount our picture on here, it will be visible through the other side of the glass. Now the reason I'm scraping this is because it has some overspray on it, like they sprayed it or something. But we got our glass clean. So what we're going to do now, this is actually the outside of the window. If you were looking at the house, this is what you'd see on the outside. And then this would be the inside, and you can see the framework is a lot thicker. So this is the inside. That's the side that you want to be the front of. And if you look right here, you can see that the framework on the outside is very thin, and that's why we're mounting the piece onto that side. Okay, we actually had a flaw in our artwork here, and I want to show you what happened. When I measured this out, I measured it to the exact size, and this edge was sticking out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that down. I'm going to take my jigsaw, and I'm going to trim approximately 3/4 of an inch off. Now, before I glue this back down, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to make sure that we're not hanging over on any of the edges. And I can see now that it's going to fit really nice. So this just goes to show you that not everything's perfect, and you will probably not get it perfect the first time around, and you will run into mistakes. And now we got our picture mounted. What we'll do is we will flip our picture over just like this, and we can now proceed to mount our picture onto our picture frame. I'll make sure it's all lined up and looking square. And then what I'm going to do to mount this on there, I am going to use brad nails. Now you can use staples if you don't have an electric brad gun. You can go ahead and use a staple gun, or you can actually get some finish nails and nail it into the wood, because this wood is very thick.
Upholstery tacks will work good too.
Yes. Can you bring me that little hammer, please? Or a hammer. What I'm doing now is I'm making sure that my brad nails are in the wood properly. And then once we're done mounting the picture on the window, we got a nice, beautiful scenery that looks like we're actually looking out our kitchen window into the mountains. You can see this one's broke. I think it adds a very nice texture and quality to the picture. We got all the old paint that's framing out all the windows, and I think it really came out awesome. What's Minnie, the Body Shop Girl's opinion about the situation here?
I think it's a really cool idea.
I think it's a cool idea. What we'll do is we'll get us some cable. We will put some cable on here, or what I usually do is I find the very center of this and I drill a hole in it and I put a toggle bolt in it, because these are kind of heavy. So I'll put a toggle bolt in that, and then I will toggle bolt it to the wall itself. Now we got one more picture to do, and I'm going to show you how this one's going to come out. If I can find there's the window right there. And the reason I'm showing you this is because sometimes you aren't going to use the whole picture. And on this one right here, you can see that we are not going to use the whole picture. We're just going to use part of it with this window. There you go. And that'll be another beautiful mountain scenery with our aspen trees and our autumn grass, or whatever you want to call it, in the mountains in the background. Let's go look at the one I already have hanging up, and I'm going to show you the finished product. So if we come in my office, you can see I'm putting my office together. I'm hanging my pictures up. Take a gander over here. I'm going to turn this light, and you can see here's a beautiful picture hanging right here already of the mountains on our old window picture frame. Come on out here, let me show you something. If Minnie can get a look out here. All right, you can see the mountains outside Can you see those mountains right there?
Well, I'm not sure if you can really see. It's
Well-
very hazy. There's a big fire in Colorado
Okay,
and all
Barry.
the smoke. So
And a lot of smoke, a lot of fires in California. All right, so you kind of get the idea of what's going on here. The other picture is going to go on that side of the wall, so I can have one on each side. You don't have to use mountain sceneries. You can use any scenery you want. And have fun with it. I hope this helped you out. I hope you like the idea. And there you go. Using your old windows to make stuff out of that people will enjoy looking at. That's it. We're done.